We're reaching the end of our time with the Kia Sorento GT line. We've had it for around 3 months now, and a lot of the team at Car Advice have been driving this car. There's a few different opinions getting around, so let's see what people think.
I think the Kia Sorento is the perfect family SUV. It's in the large end of the segment, and families in Australia love large SUVs. It's got heaps of room in it, it's comfortable. And what I like about the Sorento is that it doesn't feel like a truck to drive, it feels more like a car to drive, which I think is important for family buyers, because a lot of family buyers might be stepping into this out of a smaller vehicle.
Sorento GT line's a wonderful little diesel all-wheel drive SUV that pretty much ticks all the boxes.
I really liked the Kia Sorento. I used it over one weekend when I went away on a road trip with some girlfriends. So obviously 4 girls, one weekend, as you can imagine, excessive amount of luggage, which all fitted in perfectly. And it was a really nice, smooth drive all the way there and back.
There's not a lot to not like about the Sorento. I guess you could say the fact that it's large, it's a big SUV. So, if it's too big for you, you probably shouldn't be shopping in this segment. One thing Kia needs to be aware of, I guess, is that stablemate Hyundai has leapfrogged it a little bit with the Santa Fe, whereas this was the standard setter when it first came out. Now the Santa Fe has gone a little bit ahead of it. Probably a button on the second row that moves that row forward to get into the third row would make things a bit easier.
Front seats are a bit hard and seem like they've been lifted out of a hot hatch, and they could be a lot more comfortable. And the powertrain could be a little bit more seamless as well.
I was a bit concerned that the Sorento was going to be too big for me. I'm not really used to driving such big cars, especially through the city and then out sort of along the coastline. But actually, it didn't feel too cumbersome at all. I forgot the size of the car when I was driving it, and it was the perfect size for the amount of people I had in the car as well. So actually, it turned out to be an advantage.
Probably the real world fuel efficiency. A big SUV like this using well under 10 litres per 100 around town is very, very impressive whichever way you cut it. And then if you're buying this vehicle that it's not going to cost you a mountain in fuel bills. So for me, the way that operates in the real world when you're not trying to drive efficiently is really impressive.
Frankly, the pricing was a little bit surprising. I mean, it's not too bad in terms of value, but 58 grand sort of getting up there.
I think what surprised me is that I know the price point of the Kia Sorento, so I was actually just really surprised at how luxurious it felt inside, how spacious it felt. Even the passengers in the back seat sort of felt like they had plenty of space, and it was all very comfortable.
This is absolutely fit for purpose. This is designed for families who need a large SUV, generally using the second row, sometimes using the third row, with plenty of space and storage. It's got all the connectivity options, and it's easy to drive. And as I said, I think the running costs are fantastic, plus the warranty, unbeatable 7-year warranty. So I think this is absolutely fit for purpose for the target buyer.
Look, the GT line really isn't lacking, but I think you'd have to go to the middle of the Sorento range to find its real sweet spot.
Personally, for me, the Sorento is a little bit too big for my lifestyle. It's usually just me in the car. I live in the city, so it's sort of limited with space. But I think if you need a family car or regularly have more passengers in the car or need space for luggage, then it's perfect.
Although options like the Hyundai Santa Fe and Mazda CX-9 offer a more modern and salubrious interior, especially in their topmost specifications, this Sorento does play well to its strengths of space, good comfort and family practicality, and it's all backed by a warranty unbeaten by the competitors. We grew to like the frugal all-wheel drive diesel drivetrain in this GT line, but smarter buyers will investigate models below this flagship offering. Don't forget, there is a new Sorento around the corner as well, which means 2 things. Hold on to your hat if you're after the latest and greatest, or use this timing to score a deal. The model is now in run-out mode, which means you might be able to pick up a bit of a bargain family SUV.